morning. I thought I would just kind of sit and talk while I'm getting ready this morning about something I was thinking about while I was in the shower that I saw on TikTok right before my shower. And it's something I've been thinking about also because of like the whole audition situation that I talked about 2 videos ago with the whole chorus line tour situation. I'm going to be talking about manifestation today. The thing I saw on TikTok, I don't remember the person's username, but they pop up on my For You page a lot. They are an actor, I think living here in New York, does a lot of like TV and commercial stuff. She does this series rounding up on a Sunday, like her week of jobs and auditions and things like that. She mentioned in this one video that since she's been posting these videos of like her roundups of the week of auditions, she feels like she's been working a lot more, and maybe it's like manifesting something by posting it on social media. And that's something I've been thinking a lot about recently. Manifestation. It's not something I used to really do before the pandemic, or like at all, because specifically related to jobs, because I was just kind of like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, and if they want to hire me, they'll hire me, and then just kind of seeing from there. But with the amount of auditions right before the pandemic and like during the pandemic that I've gotten pretty close to booking and not gotten, and been like, what's the problem? I've been thinking a lot about manifestation, and this particularly relates to this chorus line tour, because right around the initial audition for it was posted, I saw that posting, I submitted all of my like materials on Actors Access, and then right around then I just kept seeing lots of like manifestation posts on TikTok being like, this sound is good for manifestation, it like the sound waves, whatever, interact with this for like manifesting luck and success and things like that, like all right when I submitted my stuff initially for that. So I was like, is this a sign from the universe that I should be manifesting things? So I kind of started doing that. And I also saw somebody I went to college with posted right before, I think they had an audition for a national tour that they ended up booking. They posted on Twitter, manifesting opportunity, and then they booked this show, ended up playing the lead role on this tour, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna put that into the universe, just write manifesting opportunity on my Twitter, and just kind of, as I keep going, keep writing manifesting opportunity. Oh God, this towel's falling off, I'm gonna take it off. As the whole audition process was happening for Chorus Line, I would stand in front of the mirror in my bathroom and kind of manifest and be like, you're gonna book this job. It's the right place, it's the right time, you're gonna book this job, putting like all of those thoughts into the universe. Obviously, nothing has happened with that. I'm still keeping a positive mindset about it, but like, at this point, I don't have a job from this audition process. Then this got to me thinking like, what's the point of manifestation? Because with that job, a couple other ones that I was in final callbacks for in the pandemic, pre-pandemic as well, like right before the pandemic, the one I did at Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera that I did like a whole vlog about, that I got really close to booking, got to final callbacks. And like when I came back to New York after that audition, I was doing a lot of manifesting, being like, it feels like the right place at the right time, which apparently is not ever the thing for me. I was doing a lot of like picturing in my mind of like what it would be if I booked the job, manifesting that kind of side of it, as well as for a theater in Utah called Tuacon, right before the pandemic, and actually in the pandemic about a month ago. I was kind of doing the same thing, being like, I got to final callbacks and now it's just manifesting that I actually get it. But it feels like for me, manifestation does not work because I've done it. Whatever my version of manifestation is, of like putting those thoughts into the universe, and nothing pans out. So it feels like it's a waste of my time wondering if manifestation really is a thing and if it does work, and if I should be manifesting things in other ways. Throughout this whole chorus line process, I was recording little videos of myself on my phone as I got to each part of the audition process. I was like, it's this date and I've gotten the audition. It's this date and I got a call back. And then hoping that would be my manifestation. I'm like, well, didn't happen, so did my manifestation even work? And then my thought is, well, okay, I see lots of people on TikTok posting their self-tapes on TikTok, posting things on TikTok about like manifesting jobs and all that kind of stuff, and then it feels like they book the job. So I'm like, should I be posting my self-tapes on TikTok to manifest that I get a job? And I just don't like that idea. I don't like the idea of posting my self-tapes on TikTok, because, or like on social media, honestly, because it just feels like weird to me and cringy of being like, here's all this work I'm doing for a casting director. Maybe they'll see it on my Instagram or my TikTok or anything if I post it, if they don't see it from my original video that I submitted. But now the whole internet can now judge it. For me, that feels a little bit weird, but I feel like I keep seeing on social media people post their self-tapes online and then it feels like they booked the job. And I'm like, should I be doing that? Should I be sharing my journey in that way? Should I be sharing my journey more? Or should I just like still keep it private to myself But then I'm just like, maybe if I'm sharing my journey more, that'll manifest more opportunities. I don't know. I really don't feel like I believe in manifestation. And it feels like I said the last time, like the higher power in the universe keeps telling me to like stop what I'm doing and not pursue my dreams of musical theater and performing and all that kind of stuff, because it's mostly because all of this manifestation that I have done, whatever my version of manifestation is, hasn't worked. So it feels like it's the universe telling me, no, don't do that. No, don't manifest that dream, because no, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna keep going. Obviously, I'm gonna keep going in my dreams and plans and hopes and everything for theater and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just, at this point, waiting for a sign from the universe that like any part of this manifestation of like wanting a job is gonna pay off. I feel like, honestly, when I've booked jobs before, it's kind of felt like the last resort and been like the last thing that I thought about, and then I ended up booking the job. Like when I booked Peterborough Players, that was a really shitty audition process. I don't know if I've ever talked about it. It was at a like conference for summer stock auditions. I had submitted for a musical theater audition for it. They messed up my application because I wrote it in like pen, but they said it needed to be typed out and they couldn't register for me for a musical theater audition. So they put me on standby for an acting audition. I got an acting audition, went to this audition in Boston, like spring break of my senior year of college. Did the audition, did my 2 monologues or whatever I had to prepare for them. And then when I left that audition, I was like, there were maybe 5 or 6 theaters in the room, and I was like, nobody's gonna hire me. So I asked people at the conference, I said, I'm a dancer. I originally signed up for a musical theater audition. I'd love to come to the dance call and like, if it's possible, be in the last group or something, just because I didn't get the audition I wanted. As I'm waiting to see if any of these theaters are going to call me back, seeming like I'm not getting any callbacks, and also kind of still waiting to see if it was confirmed if I would be able to dance at this audition. Peterborough Players calls me back, asked me to come into the dance call. I go into the dance call in the last group with a bunch of actors who are movers but not dancers, and I'm a dancer. I have video of this audition as well, because old heads of the theater from Peterborough Players had to film it and send it to the choreographer. I should include a clip of it because it's bad. And I don't know how I booked a job from this, because I look like depressed and sad, because I was depressed and sad, having to wait hours and feeling like I wasn't gonna get a job. But anyway, so I went into this dance call, did this like jazz combo, musical theater jazz combo to Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, and then a little tap combo in my heels to something from 42nd Street, and ended up getting a lot more callbacks after that from other theaters because they were all like, where were you? We didn't see you before. And I was like, well, I didn't get a musical theater audition, so you didn't see me sing. Then got callbacks from there, and then ended up booking Peterborough. Kind of the same with Beauty and the Beast too. Like Beauty and the Beast, when I did that at White Plains, it kind of felt like it was a fine audition. It didn't feel like amazing. The singing I did fine for my initial audition. And then when I had the dance callback, I was like, it's fine. It went fine. I got called back to read for the Silly Girls and made very strong choices. And when I left the audition, which is at the theater and was on Metro North back home to the city, I was like, I don't know if I did that right. I'm not totally sure. And then was kind of like, was at Dirt Candy maybe like a week or 2 later, whenever I heard talking about auditions with some of the chefs. They're like, how are auditions going? I'm like, honestly, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm not booking anything. I'm getting really frustrated, blah, 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 blah. Literally like a minute later, I get a phone call. I pick it up and it's them calling and offering me a job for Beauty and the Beast. So I was like, oh, okay. So maybe that's where my success is at. That like my auditions that don't always go that well or feel fine. Like I feel like I did well, but like don't know if a job's gonna come out of it. Those are the ones I'm gonna book. That's what it kind of feels like at this point. These auditions where I feel like I do really well or get really close to the finals, I haven't ended up booking. So I really don't know at this point. But right now I'm waiting to hear back from a theater I had auditions for last week. Again, I went into the singing call for this and like sang my first song, which is fine, which felt good. And then sang my second song, which went terribly. Like not terribly, but like I was trying to sing it more in my head voice and ended up just mix belting it. And then went into the dance call the next day, the dance call back. Felt pretty good about everything that I did. My turns were all over the place, but like I felt like I acted and had fun with it and like took the changes and notes that they wanted to give us. And then we did like a little tap combo. Didn't have my tap shoes because I thought if anything, they would call us back another day. Did the tap, felt like that went fine. So at this point I'm kind of like, maybe this is the job that I'll book because it felt fine. It didn't feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna book this. It was like, yeah, I did good. I did what they needed to see, and maybe they'll be interested in hiring me from there. I'm waiting on another one I submitted on just to hear if I'm gonna get an in-person call back. At this point, I just don't really know. So I'm just kind of trying to manifest in the universe that something is gonna happen, that I'm gonna book some kind of job, because I would love to be performing for the summer. But I'm also trying to still not be too down on myself, because that's what happened with Chorus Line. I was so down on myself and it just made everything feel like the world was crumbling around me. I'm still kind of building myself back up from that, because that was only like 2 weeks ago. I'm still mentally in the process of like getting back into a good mental health state of building myself back up from that audition process, and trying to not be too hard on myself, give myself a little bit of grace. It also just kind of feels like auditions are stopping and not happening anymore because summer seasons are starting. It's April. They usually start in May or late May into June. So I'm just kind of like, all right, where's the job? Where's a job? I'd love a job. I want a job. I want to work. I don't really know where the direction of this video has gone, of just me sitting and blabbing and talking, but if anybody has any tips for manifestation, things that have been successful or things like that, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope any of this made sense, any of this rambling, and yeah, DFTBA, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.